Hi all, Elaine here from MRE Studio Designs, and today we're going to be working on a Halloween piece. And what I have here is all Sculpey Primo clay. I have black, bronze, the bright green pearl, orange, ultramarine blue, ecru, and pearl. I also have a rectangular cutter and a small circle cutter. My extruder with the disc, my roller blade, craft knife, and tissue blade. So give me a moment and we will get started. I will be right back. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is do my background, how big I want the piece to be, and that is going to be this rectangular piece right here. Now the ultramarine blue is on my thickest setting on my pasta machine. And that's going to be basically how big the piece is going to be. So this is going to be a nighttime sky. So what I want next is I want to put a little moon on there. And I have the pearl rolled out on a number 4 on my pasta machine. So it's fairly thin. I don't want it to stick out too much. I'm going to put that right in the corner right here. Now the next piece is going to be a witch's hat. So for that we're going to use the black, and we're just going to make that into a cylinder. Get the air out. Let's see how big I want that to be. Okay, that's a little big, but that's okay. So we're going to start making it into a cone shape. Probably about half that size. We'll just keep adjusting it until we have it the size that we want it. So I want it to be right about there. So we're going to cut this bottom part off. And because we don't want it to be sticking out too much, we're actually going to cut this in half. Just like that. Since we need to put the brim on it. Now I've rolled out this black on a number 3 on my pasta machine, and we're going to cut out a circle. Hope this is the right size. Since that is not connected yet, we'll take that. Yeah, that's good size. With our craft knife, we're going to cut right across the back. Put our witch's hat right there. I think maybe we'll put a little curve on her hat there. Just like that. And with our green, we're just going to take a little skinny piece. And use it as a headband for the hat band. Our hat so far. I want a little decoration on that, so we're going to take a little bit of our orange. That's good. And we're just going to make some lines on here. Make it look like a little pumpkin. Let's flatten it just a little bit. Take another little tiny piece of the green. And we're going to put that right on our hat. Just like that. And that's our hat. And I think before I mess this up at all, I am going to put this in the oven at 275 for 30 minutes, and then we'll take it from there. So I will be right back. So the piece is out of the oven and cooled. I put it back on a tile, and I've rolled the ecru into a little log. We'll put this on the side. And the brown into a skinnier log. And what I'm going to do with the ecru is we're going to put it in our extruder. And we're using the small disc with the little tiny holes in it. And I'm going to do this offline for a second because my extruder makes this horrible noise that I don't think anybody wants to hear. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm done with the extruder now, and now I want to make a broomstick. So I need to make the broomstick handle a lot thinner than this. That should be fine. Let's get this out of the way for a moment. Bring this down here. Now, I want the broomstick to go across this way. So obviously I'm not going to put it behind the hat. So we need to just make it look like it's behind the hat. But we also want to make it look like it's wood, so what we're going to do is going to give it some lines. And that way. That looks good so far. Now what we're going to do with our little ecru pieces, this is going to be the end of the broomstick. And again, we're going to need to put some bacon bond on this. That might be a little bit too long, so we'll cut a little bit of that off. Maybe at an angle. Just like that. And then we're going to take a little tiny piece of our bronze. I'm going to roll it out real small. wrap it around the top of the broom part. Maybe a couple of times. We're just going to put it down just a little further. I think it needs something else. Let's see what we're going to do. Okay, so here's my black, and it's rolled out on a number 6, so it is very thin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some little bats. Now, I don't have a bat thing, don't have a bat cutter this small, so we're just going to wing it. Okay, so to actually make them look like little bats, we need to fix their wings. So for the little tiny one, I have a little cutter. I'm just going to make wings, just like that. And we can pick him up. Here. We'll do the same thing again. Okay, so it needed a little bit of something else, so I have a little Skinner blend here of the orange and the bronze, and I'm thinking maybe we'll do a few leaves. So let's see if this can work. It might be too big, but we'll see. Maybe just a little hint of green. There we go. Okay, let's see if those will fit on there. We are going to need some bacon bond. This right here. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so I think that's just going to be about it. We're going to go ahead and put this in the oven for another half hour, and we are going to put a backing on it, and then we'll resin it and be all done. So I will be right back. Okay, so here's our piece out of the oven and cooled off, and I want to put a backing on it, and I decided to put a bronze backing on it. So we got the bronze piece right here, and this is rolled out on a number 3 on my pasta machine. We're going to take our knife and just cut around it. Not precise, but you know, in general. And then we can always take off the excess. Put this away. This up. Then we're going to put some bacon bond on here, of course. And put that back down on there. If you noticed, I added one more bat on here because this guy looked so lonely. I figured he needed a friend. We're just going to press that all the way around as best we can. I think we're going to need to take this off. There we go. Take this off. Okay, so that's our backing. And I want to attach the chains to it, so I need a couple of jump rings to attach the chain to. So we're going to put a little slice right in this corner here. And put the jump ring in with the open side on the inside, just like that. The same thing on the other corner. Then we're going to texture the back. And of course, put our little logo stamp on there. And then this is going to go back in the oven for half an hour. We're going to resin it, put a chain on it, and we will be all done. So I will be right back. So here is our completed piece. Resin on both the front and the back. The chain has been put on it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment or a suggestion, and I will see you next time. Thank you.